Hello everyone, welcome back to another new video. In this video, we are going to talk about a very serious problem that most of the teenagers or young adults ignore. It's not only about problem of many teenager young adults, but I feel that this is problem of so many people out there. And that problem is obesity. If you're fat, you're fat. Just accept the truth. Don't have this body positivity on you that, oh, it's okay to be fat. What happened? Our ancestors were also having stomachs and skinny hands, of what we call the skinny fat thing. Let me just tell you that our ancestors didn't had any mobile phones. Our ancestors didn't had any vehicles to transfer from one place to another at every instance. They didn't sat in AC for multiple hours. They had a very good living lifestyle. That is why, even if some of our ancestors had stomach, even if some of them were skinny fat, there was not an issue. And probably that when your ancestors lived till 100 years, there were only some examples, or there were only limited amount of people who had good genetics, who had good immune system, lived for 100 years. Otherwise, due to less medical expansion, due to less research on all those diseases, our ancestors' average lifestyle was nearly 60 to 70 years, or maybe below it in certain cases. So that's the reason that I'm telling you, don't remain fat. It's okay to be fat before realizing. Now that you're watching the video, you must go in the gym and just work out. It's okay that you were fat from, I guess, if you're 20 years, you may be fat from 10 years. If you are 30 years, you may be fat from 20 years. It's okay. 15 years, it's okay. But from now that you have awareness watching my videos, you should have that thing in mind that you want to change. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's never okay to repeat them, knowing the fact that you can change them and what's right and what's wrong. This is the most worst amount of stupidity. I don't have even words for that. This is the worst amount of stupidity that anyone can do. That is knowing the things that you are wrong, but then also doing it. I don't know why. People, in the sense, don't want to improve because it's easy for you to lie on the bed and not do any work. I'm giving you two examples. First example I will be giving is from a normal perspective, like your job and your seriousness, and the second example I will be giving is from your obesity point of view. So let's imagine that you, in your college life, in your school life, don't do any studies. You're just out with your friends, just playing, doing random things every day. From 10 years from now, you won't have any knowledge or skill that you can apply in further company, institution, startup, etc. etc. And what will happen? The guy who was in your class, who used to study, used to take tests regularly, who was serious, who was responsible, will outwork you in your same company in front of your eyes. And that time you will see him and you will regret that, oh, if I had listened to him only once, or if I had studied with him, this condition would not be happening to me. Now, this was the unserious point, and let's come to the obesity point, how these are related. This is related mainly from the psychological connection. If you are overweight from your childhood, there are some children that I see who are fat. I have a photo of mine in which I was 12, 13, and I was just very skinny because I went to table tennis classes, I did my skippings, I just work out like shit. And then I was very skinny at that time. Like, I can see my ribs at that point. But Today I observe children's, they are very fat. Some of the children are obese, and the only thing is their parents. Their parents are not serious about the child's health. They just feed them every day. They are not serious about the child health. Many of the parents that I'm observing just tell their children to study, and whenever they go to play, they tell them only play to 2 to 3 hours. Child's main development core is when the children play, their brain stimulates, giving them much sharper brain or IQ, what you can say. How is this related to obesity? Let me come to that point. If a child is obese from since he's not if he's not even 10 years old, if he's not even 12 years old, and if he's obese, first of all his friends are gonna troll him. It's because at that age children don't have maturity of what to speak and what not to speak, how the words will affect the other person, and due to this he might be remain sad, not study for exams, he may not communicate, he may be go into introvertedness or get ADHD, OCD and all that types of things. For women, she can get some reproductive lifestyle disorders, and she will also be getting trolled from her childhood. And even if she's not losing weight, or even if she's not controlling her lifestyle, if she's not changing her lifestyle, it's very hard for women, especially not for men, because men, in the sense, when they are seen fat, people don't judge them as much as the judgment that is given to women, or the negative compliments that are, or the negative things that are given to women when she is fat compared to men. So that affects your psychology, and that affects your overall lifestyle. So this was another point, and let's talk about the physical factors that I will be mentioning. The psychological factors, I mentioned that he will remain sad, he don't want to go out, he will just remain in a room, and for this the cortisol level rises, stress level rises, he will eat more junk, he will eat more sugar, and that will lead to more fat deposition on his hands, his waistline, the fat deposition on his neck, his chest, his stomach. Everything is gonna make him look bad. Now the physical things I want to say is, people will see you differently when you're jacked. Even I remember my days, okay, when I was 2022, in peak 2023, I had very good physique in the class. Everyone, most of the people, when I was going through their places, they would acknowledge me that you have made good physique, or what do you do, at what time you go to gym and all this. People stand there for a while and observe you and compliment you. But if you're fat, if you're ordinary, no one is going to give you compliments. I'm not telling you that be thin or be lean to get compliments. That's the one part. You should be getting lean for two reasons. First is your health. When you're lean, you don't get easily all these lifestyle disorders. When you're fat, you get diabetes. When you're fat, you get hypertension. When you're fat, the blood flow to your body limits. You get the visceral fat. What is visceral fat? The fat that covers your organs. If when you become so much obese, it comes to a point that the fat goes on your organs, because of which the organs can't function properly, and that leads to, sometimes in very rare cases, the organ failures. But in the most cases, they will not function how they were used to function normally by the nature. And the second thing is, you will be recognized good in the society. You will have more freedom to go on a beach naked. You will have more freedom to show your gains. You will have very good choices to put on your clothes that you like. When you are jacked, each and every cloth looks good on you, because the base material is your body. You wear any colors. If you have a good fitting of your shirt and your pants, you will be there looking very good. At least 7 to 8 out of 10, even in simple outfits. That's the reason why I'm telling you to be jacked. If you can't be jacked, if you can't afford gym, just try to lose fat. How you can do it? You don't have to run, because when you are fat, it gives stress on your knees, because your body can't handle so much weight while you're running. So I will suggest you that you go on a calorie deficit, and what you can do is you can do incline walks or you can do stair walks. Minimum you can do is 10 to 15,000 steps daily. You don't have to do 10,000 steps from day 1. You can do it from day 7, you can do it from day 8, but just starting factor is very important, because 99% people want to change, but only 1% people take action and actually change. That's the power of self-improvement. If you just think that I want to change and you just take action on it, bro, everything is possible. Just trust me, I have did it, and you can also do it very easily. So this was the video. I will make sure to upload more videos in time. I say this every time, but I can't do it because there are many things going in my life, as I'm also a struggling young adult trying to find my ways. I have things planned in my mind, but I'm sure that I will achieve it. So for now, thank you so much. Bye. This was a short video. I will try to make more good videos, but this was an important video, so I thought that I would share it to you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.